Art is around me everywhere I go. Moments when I'm in the car or just walking and something might catch my eye, I can't help but to grab my phone and take a quick shot. I'm likely to never see it again. I always found myself doing graffiti drawings in my notebook at school. I would tear them out the page and hang it on my wall. My specialty was cool fonts and letters. Over the years, graffiti has evolved from a purely street-level rebellion to a multi-million-dollar business, attracting a new generation of street artists and thus changing the perception of where graffiti culture actually comes from. This exhibition is a visual and historical retelling of the evolution of New Orleans graffiti by the ones who were there when it started and those who have kept it alive. Studio B is one of the leading pioneers of this culture today. Studio B belongs to local New Orleans artist Brandon B. Mike Odoms. Studio B is the final part of the B series which he created. The warehouse space was his first solo show and has since then contributed to provide the city with eye-catching pieces. It's a pretty cool warehouse and depicts the stories of heroes and everyday New Orleanians. Most of Odom's popular paintings illustrate scenes from Black culture within the city and Black cultural leaders. What Brandon does through his art is almost like activism, so artivism, right? What I love most about Odom's Studio B project and visual art is that Black voices are rightfully and beautifully elevated within the art. I mean, the entire wrapped art around the warehouse represents Black voices and real Black New Orleanians. Here's what Brandon has to say.
As young as I can remember, I always enjoyed drawing, coloring, painting, etc. I got into this art school in New Orleans called New Orleans Center of Creative Arts. I experienced enough of it to realize that I didn't want to do that as a career. And so I went to college for filmmaking. All the rules to being a good filmmaker overlap with being a good artist. So learning how to use light, how to use color, how to use composition. One thing that media arts and film taught me was the idea of collaboration, the idea that it takes a collective to communicate one vision. Creating is still something that I find peace in the process. I understand that it's not just about my solo voice, that the painting becomes alive. You know, it's not just this static image on the wall, that it becomes a part of a conversation, a part of a flag that the community can hold on to honor a memory or a moment in time. I grew up with these examples of service. I connected that to activism early on. I met elders who challenged me to see that this is not the way it's supposed to be. In order to get to how it's supposed to be, it takes you to create this vision about what it should be. Me and my homies, we spent a lot of time just chilling, complaining. And I was like, you know what? If we can complain about this, we can work towards changing it as well.
What I love most about Brandon's work is the connection he makes between his art and Black history. It paints Blackness in a different yet beautiful light to me. Painting Black kids as superheroes and doctors is not only important for our generation, but it says 1,000 words.